I love this film. Hello, my super secret ninja spies, and welcome back to Crash Talk. I'm your host, Ayana, and today we're talking about a film that's very close to my heart. Okay, I've put together this look. Wow. And it is a look, okay? Shout out. Put me on Dress to Impress. The theme is Samuel L. Jackson core. Men in Black core. I came across a post the other day, and I have to share it with you because it really inspired me to finally get around to recording this video, aka there's a weird little 3-star movie out there that's going to change your life forever. And today we're going to be talking about a film that is not a 3-star movie. This is a 5-star movie in the Ayana cinematic universe. Today we're going to be talking about Ninja Assassin. So I've been sitting on this film and talking about this film for a while now. It feels like it's probably been about a year and a half since I watched this film for the very first time. I don't remember exactly. I think I saved a post on my Instagram of one of the main characters looking especially hot as hell, and I saw that it was like a gritty action movie that starred a black woman as like one of the main leads. And I simply need you to say less. As I talked about in my summer blockbuster series, which was the singular video about Fast and Furious, hey, not too much. I think that action movies, like, they're for the girls, like capital G for the girls. And what makes an action movie good is when an action movie is for the girls, capital G for the girls. You guys get it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. This is an action movie that's for the girls. Okay? It really is. It has what it needs to have. I think it's a little bit silly, and I think it's a little bit dramatic. It's gory, but you kind of get used to it because the blood and like the violence is so dramatic. Like the blood is like bright red, like paint. You know what I mean? So even me, who I'm not a gory girl, like I can do horror films, I don't do paranormal, and I don't do gore. Like, those are my two absolutely nots. But after, like, the first 20 minutes of this film, also I think the gore kind of calms down a little bit, I was fine because it's so over the top that it doesn't feel like, you know, you're just kind of, like you're watching somebody get their head chopped off, but it's like, it's a little bit silly. So this film came out in 2009 and was directed by James McTeague, who also did V for Vendetta, which if you were online in the early 2000s, like, you know that film had and probably still has Tumblr by a chokehold. I've only seen pieces and parts of it, and I think I did like an essay on it for something in high school. If you understand the vibe of that film, I think it kind of takes you into the direction of this film. James McTeague also if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I apologize. He also was an assistant director on the Matrix trilogy, which I feel like I also could look like I'm from the Matrix, but I feel like that is also a good reference for the kind of vibe of this film. Now, forever ago, Michael Microphone, my inspiration for all things YouTube, did a video about Sucker Punch, which if you haven't watched his video, you should. And I feel like that kind of like gritty, strange, really over the top, really stylized action film from the 2000s definitely reminds me of this film as well. I miss when films had style. Like when you're watching the shittiest film that you've ever watched and you can't even be that mad because you're like, this film was doing its own thing. Do you know what I mean? I miss when just some random film that you watched one day just had a very specific vibe. It was passing the vibe check. It had clout. It had aura, as the kids say. Have I said aura twice in a video now? I might have. So as I said, this film came out in 2009, and now ladies, when I tell you about the cast of this film, first of all, Naomi Harris. Shout out to Naomi Harris. Thank you so much. And the main character of this film, the guy who plays Raizo, our main ninja, our main guy, the hottie McHottie with the body of this film, well, none other than K-pop star Rain, of course. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my whole life, guys. And what's so funny is that I'm in my K-pop bag now. Shout out to my best friend who's been in her K-pop bag for my entire life. She was the one, I looked up Rain and I was like, okay, he's hot, but like I have no further thoughts. And she was like, no, you need to have further thoughts. This man is an icon. And I understand now. And I think that it's so funny to me that this man was... And then he went on set to Ninja Assassin and was like slicing people's heads off, guys. I just think, get you a girl that can do both. So this film is about ninjas. Wow. Very loosely about ninjas. Don't go looking to this film for any actual Japanese lore, okay? So the film begins with this group of Yakuza guys who get absolutely murked by this assassin in the dark. And we get our first sort of like narrative storytelling device with this older man who's doing tattooing on one of them and talks about how he was almost killed by this mysterious stranger, but when he got stabbed, his heart was actually born with a defect, so it's on the other side of his chest. So he got stabbed through the left, but he managed to survive because his heart is on the right. Okay, kind of a flex.
The fuck is that? Looks like a ninja, boss.
He does immediately die after that, but we got that piece of information and we learn that there's this sort of like secret society of ninjas, which we're going to learn more about through our character Mika, who is one of our leads. She works for basically Interpol, I think it's Europol, and she is researching this case. She's researching these high-profile assassinations that seem to have little to no evidence around them other than the fact that they're usually perpetrated by strangers in the dark and that they get away completely scot-free, and that there seems to be wire transfers between parties of exactly 100 pounds of gold, which they translate to modern currency, but I still have to ask though, because pounds are American. Like, that's the way that we measure. And then I felt real dumb because I was like, oh, do other countries use pounds? Like, we use pounds. But I feel like most of the world, we have to say shout out to the metric system a little bit. Most of the world uses like grams and like kilograms and stuff like that. So why wouldn't it be like 100 kilograms of gold? So Mika is doing this research and she learns the ancient lore of these different Japanese clans.
They steal children and turn them into assassins.
9 Japanese clans, and they have been training these ninja assassins since the dawn of time. They've been doing these high-profile assassinations since the dawn of time, and they get paid in gold. So they're rich as hell, dangerous as hell, interconnected as hell. Like, we're talking like worldwide assassinations, not just like in Japan. Let me tell you something. She is braver than I would ever be, because I just feel like if I heard, you know, nobody can put a bead on these guys, it's kind of even a myth whether or not they exist, and they strike and nobody is the wiser, nobody even believes that this is the thing that's happening, I'm letting go. Like, I'm letting go. Personally. She's a bad bitch. Like, she's a bad bitch. So, what can be said?
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
These clans kidnap children in order to begin the training to turn them into ninja assassins. So we learn this information through a flashback with Raizo, who has been kidnapped as a child and is forced to join the Ozunu clan. Their training consists of like fighting amongst flaming balls that are hanging from the ceiling, smacking each other real hard. He has to walk across his... What's the leader of a clan called? I'm going to call him cult leader because it is a cult. He has to walk across his cult leader's bedroom, and if he makes the floor squeak, he like gets a switch to the back of the feet. Hey, what the fuck? What the helly? It is very, very sort of anti-hero upbringing. Oh, I've been abused by this thing and now I'm gonna take it down from the outside type beat. And some people are really, really into this whole we're ninja assassin thing. He is not. And that's when we meet his soon-to-be friend, soon-to-be lover, soon-to-be she tries to escape, soon-to-be dead, Kiriko. So we're gonna leave Raizo for just a second because we have to hop back to Mika, who is being actively pursued by these ninjas now because, as I said, they don't like people knowing what they're up to. I would have let it go. She didn't let it go. So she learns more about the Russian situation and about the assassination that happened there, and specifically about the Interpol, Europol, Soviet guy who was doing the research into that. And he ends up getting murdered by these people that come and like shut off all his lights, and he just basically disappears. His wife is left alone, which I think is a good point to like point out, is it does feel very much like if you know you're going to die, and if you don't know, then they just kind of leave you alone, which I guess is nice, but you should not kill people maybe. Jamin. Enter stage left, Raizo. Mika is fully about to get murked. Like, ninjas are in her apartment appearing from the shadows type going to get murked, and Raizo comes in, kills them before they can kill her. Guys, not too much, but I'm eating it up. Now here we are, we're on a journey. And I must say, in all black pulls off the little head thing and he's like sweaty and a little bit bloody and his hair is all in his face. Boom, shakalaka! Yes, so Raizo is like, hey girl, why are you looking into this? We've got an issue. You can either come with me and tell me what you know, or you can die. Like, those are your two options because they're not going to stop coming for you. But good news for you, I'm also coming for them. And as you just saw, I'm incredibly talented. And so Mika's like, you're a little bit scary, but also you did just save my life, so I guess I'm going with you. So they link up. When you, a ninja, link up with another, not a ninja. You get the point. So now Mika and Raizo are working together. They have to go hide out in a hotel. Mika, whose clothes are absolutely destroyed, has Raizo go and get her more clothes from the department store.
You're a size 36?
What? No, size 34.
Bombastic side eye.
She's like, don't be fucking rude, boy. He goes, he gets the clothes, and they have this whole thing where he's like, you have to disguise your scent. They're gonna keep coming after you. They already have all of the information that they need to find you, track you down, and kill you. So you have to help me find them because I'm on a mission to kill them. This is where we get more flashback information about Raizo. As I mentioned before, some of the torture strategies that have been used on this man previously. We also learn that there is more belief by her coworker, Mika's coworker in Europol, that this is actually a thing that's happening, the whole Japanese clan thing. But they're kind of unconcerned about the fact that these guys can move around in shadows and kill people. And so the coworker of Mika tricks Mika into basically giving Raizo up by having them meet up, and then the whole fucking CIA, SWAT, fucking, what is the British one? I don't even remember. Show up and arrest him. Hey, what the fuck? Also, this man just saved my life. And I'm trying to explain to you that there are ninjas who are gonna come and murk you so bad, and you don't want to hear it. That pisses me off.
Oh, hell no! And show y'all bitches something. I will tear some shit up. I swear.
So now they have Raizo in this like holding facility at some warehouse, something or other.
It doesn't look like a killing machine to me, sir. Looks like he belongs in a boy band.
And the coworker's like, nobody can get to us. We have all of these like armored guards. They're in the military outfits. They've got their, machine guns, their rifles, their snipes. You can tell that I know armaments. They think that they're good. They think that they're safe. I'm gonna tell you, spoiler alert. Hit a Fergie. Spoiler alert. Subtle Foreshadowing. They are not good, Your Honor. But before they are very not good, the coworker pulls Mika aside and tells her that he does actually believe her, that there's things going on with these Japanese clans, but something Interpol, something they can't do anything about it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't matter. He gives her a little transponder that'll basically like project her location at no matter where she is, and it's like teeny tiny, like the size of a pill. So he gives that to her, and she goes to go visit Raizo, and we get perhaps the most insane scene I've ever seen in my entire life. Actually, second most insane scene, because the scene that comes after the scene is more insane. She goes in, gives this man some water. First of all, can we talk about them opening the door and this man... this is gonna say a lot about me in about 3 seconds. Don't judge me, okay? Just let me have it. I'm 25. I can think like this. But anyways.
You looked thirsty.
So she goes in, she's like, hey, we are a little bit in trouble. And he's like, yeah, you guys are actually fucked. The ninjas are already here. How does he know? I don't know. Sixth sense. He can just feel his brethren are around. As I said in my subtle foreshadowing, these ninjas take these military people out, bro. Like, truly, like, disappearing into the darkness. Bodies just showing up. They have, like, their little night vision goggles on. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't help them, okay? You just hear gunshots flying off into the dark because they are secretly super trained super ninjas. Why did you think that you had a shot? That's what I'm trying to understand. That's what I don't get. So now we get the first most insane scene of this entire film, which is Mika going back into the room after she gets the keys off of one of the military guys' dead bodies and unlocking Raizo. And Raizo says this.
Oh, Mika. Shh. I like him one more.
Now I'm trying to figure out who told them to fucking do that. I'm sorry, I'm embarrassed. I'm actually not. I'm right. This is one of the hottest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm completely normal and also regular about this.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
So everyone there dies. Everyone there dies, and we get like a 10-minute sequence of Raizo single-handedly fighting and evading these ninjas of his former clan. It's honestly kind of iconic. They're doing flips and parkour and shit. It's fun. Mika gets into a car. She almost dies, but she manages to save Raizo, who is not doing well. He does get a couple slashes and almost get hit by a car. So, here we are.
I can't believe I found you.
I was waiting for you.
And while Diva is down, we should do a little Raizo catch up. His lore, his backstory. Why does he have so much beef with these ninjas? Raizo, as I said, was a part of the Ozunu clan. He made friends with Kiriko, who he also fell in love with because she was just super nice. She was super good at fighting, but she was very uninterested in the whole we kill people part of being a part of these clans. So she plans to run away at some point and is going to do it, is in the middle of doing it, asks Raizo to come with her. The rain is pouring, it's beautiful. He says no, which is fair. And, they have a heart-to-heart. Basically, if there was sort of that metaphor of like, oh, this is the thing that makes him human, super soldier, da-da-da-da-da, Kiriko would be his thing that makes him human. His anchor, if you will, to use a Teen Wolf analogy. So she tries to get away. She does not get away. They capture her, they bring her back to the clan, and they have this whole thing of like, oh, if you betray the clan, like, you have to be murdered. Hey, what? Full stop. So Raizo's rival, who's played by Rick Yune, by the way, who's in Fast and Furious, by the way, thank you so much. He murders Kiriko, like, fully turns around, stares Raizo dead in his eyes, stabs this girl through the heart. Hey, you're sick in the head. Nothing is ever that deep. Okay, so Raizo is better at you So Raizo is better than you at the sword fighting and maybe kicks your ass a little bit. Stabbing his girlfriend through the... I can't even speak. That's how annoyed this makes me. Okay. Stabbing his girlfriend through the heart after making direct eye contact with this man, you're sick in the head. And this guy is kind of like the second in command to the Azunu clan, especially after Raizo like disbands. So that's strike number 1 for Raizo leaving this group. Strike number 2 is he gets sent on this mission where he has to kill this guy and like recovers his watch as proof that he kills this guy, and he kills this guy brutally, bro. Brutally. No weapons. Like with his hands, like murders this dude. Is covered in blood. It's actually a really great scene because I love a bit of dramatic styling, and this man, aka Raizo, dressed in all white, murdering this guy in a like pristine white bathroom and then being like just covered in blood by the end of it. It doesn't eat in the same way that like Raizo, long hair, sweaty, a little bit bloodied eats. That eats differently, but this, I'm just like, it's so film, it's so movie. So he kills this guy, he feels crazy, savage after he does it, and when he's showing the watch that he recovered to prove that he killed this guy to the main cult leader of the Azunu clan, he chops the man's hand off. Hey. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. So everybody immediately starts trying to kill him. He like falls off a building, and I think they just presume that he's dead. Obviously, years later, they find out that he's not dead. He's doing all this stuff where he tries to take the clan out. They're also trying to take him out. We're back into the present. He is not doing well. With this whole he's not doing well, there's this thing where like, as I said, it's a weird mythology of these clans, because they're not only like super ninjas, can do martial arts feats that we can't even fathom, can like move in the shadows, quite literally, but they can also do this thing when I guess they have enough power or when they get to a certain level where they can heal themselves by doing sick hand signs. And so Raizo is doing his best to do that, but we're not looking good. Mika is like, fuck, what do I do? I'm going to die, and also so is he, because he's here dying on this bed right now in this hotel room, Hotel Mote Holiday Inn that we've been in. She calls her coworker and is like, hey, I'm here, come find us. Unfortunately, the shadow ninjas find them first. They take Raizo. We find Mika sitting in a hotel room, very, very sad, being like, they took him. Guys, we're taking L's. So now, of course, within logic, we're off to Japan. And you might be like, Anna, what? The ninjas are taking Raizo back to the like sacred clan site because the plan is to murder him like on the same specific bar thing that they murder everyone that betrays the clan. It's for dramatics. And you know, I can't fault a girl for having a flair for dramatics. They've been hunting this man for 20 million years. In all fairness, they've been trying to kill him this whole time, but they managed to capture him, and so they were like, well, let's not kill him now. Let's take him all the way back to Japan and kill him there. What can I say? Like, what do you want me to say?
Cut the cameras. Deadass.
Right. Things are looking very not good, as I said, but hold on. Mika had a plan. She had put that little tracker that I told you about, the little like teeny tiny pill thing, inside of one of Raizo's wounds, which is very gross. That helps Europol, Interpol, whatever the fuck they are, find and track this very remote clan site. It's the final showdown. So now we have several big, meaningful fights that have to happen here. First, we have to have Raizo and Takeshi, who is that rival that I told you about earlier, the one that murders Kuriko.
Round 1, fight! Come, little brother. Let us play like old times.
This is a very dramatic, we're doing flips, we're doing stunts, okay? And it's fun. And it's fun. All with the background of like Europol, like gunshots ringing out, ninjas fighting the Europol guys. It's a whole thing. Raizo manages to kill Takeshi. Good for him, I guess. Kind of gross. You knew it was coming. Like, we all knew it was coming. Ripped Takeshi. Oh, way, oh, way, oh. Like, gone, and also probably going to be forgotten. So next we have the big fight of this film. Like, this is the fight. This is the fight that you guys knew was coming the whole time. Raizo versus Ozunu.
Round 2.
Fight! Raizo is losing. Raizo is losing at first. He's getting his butt kicked a little bit. He's pissed, right? Like, he's just mad. He's like, I'm gonna get this guy. This is my full circle moment. Da 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 da. So we have a lot of scenes where there are things happening that shows like the connection to some of the flashbacks that we had before. So for example, as Raizo is like going into Ozunu's room to literally murder him, he's stepping on the floor tiles in that perfect pattern that, remember, before he got switched on his feet if he didn't do it correctly. I'm eating that up. That's film. Ozunu has obviously mastered all of the things in moving in the shadows. He can move like at dizzying, like can't even see him. Sometimes he just disappears and then reappears at some points, and he's doing this in what is like a roaring fire in the background. So not even like, you know, some of the lesser ninjas or whatever has to be dark for them to kind of like move and appear like that. He's just moving and disappearing in what is essentially like broad daylight. So we're taking L's. Okay, Mika realizes that Raizo is not doing well in this fight, so she comes in to try and help. I don't know why, but you know, crazier things have happened when you like a boy, I guess. So she comes in with a gun, and Raizo is like, you need to leave, and at that moment she gets stabbed through the chest by Ozunu and crumples to the floor. Right. One of my favorite tropes. One of my favorite tropes in all of cinema, film, television, books. Why did I say cinema and film? I'm just really excited about it. One of my favorite tropes in all of the tropes is someone that someone loves gets hurt, gets killed, gets whatever, and then the character goes Super Saiyan. Okay? It's one of... I think it eats almost every time. Raizo sees Mika die. He sees her get stabbed, and he flips his shit, bro. All of a sudden, he can do the thing where he's like appearing and disappearing, and Ozunu's like, well, I might be fucked. He's zip-zipping around, slashing Ozunu every single time, finally kills this man.
Finish him!
In, you know, the heat of a vendetta of revenge over all of the horrible things that he's done in his life, and for killing presumably the woman that he loves twice, bro. Like, yeah, I would have a lot of hatred in my heart for that as well. So we come to the end. Raizo carries Mika out, lays her on the ground. The Europol guys are like, what the fuck? She's fucking dead? And you also probably are like, Ayana, what the fuck? She's fucking dead? Her heart is special. Remember at the beginning, the guy who had his heart born on the wrong side? She also has her heart born on the wrong side. And they're like, I just need you to know how much that gagged me. I just need you to know how much that gagged me the first time. You might be like, Ayana, you didn't see that coming? No, I didn't see them stabbing the main lead through the heart. But it's not really her heart coming. I think I'm allowed to have that one. Raizo is free, basically. The Europol guys kill a lot of the clan members. So the ones that aren't killed, they have enough means to hunt them down now. Do Raizo and Mika kiss? No. And I think that this is a travesty. You're telling me you bridal style carry me out, be like, oh, her heart is special, and you don't even kiss me on the mouth once? I'm a little bit offended. Raizo knows that her heart is on the other side of her chest because part of being super secret ninja training is that he can hear her heartbeat. So remember earlier in the film where I told you that she says that she's a size 34? He knows that she's lying. And that's also the only time in the whole film that she's lied to him. And he knows this because he can hear her heartbeat, which I just think is so Teen Wolf coded. Like, it's so Teen Wolf coded. And like, not even like, oh, Teen Wolf fanfiction, like Teen Wolf canon in the show coded. But I digress. So now we have some falling action. We have Raizo, like, restoring the little sacred clan space. And honestly, fair enough. It's a really nice little like area, nice little building that now he doesn't have to ask anybody if he can have because they're all dead. So shout out. We also have a moment where he climbs the same wall that Kariko climbed to get out of the like clan space, and he just stands at the top and like takes in the sunshine. And there's this whole theme that was kind of running through the film of the fact that once he killed Ozunu and was like able to shed that entire portion of his life, the first day that he exists outside of that is going to be the first day of his actual life, which I think is very present in that kind of like final bit of him just staring off into the sky. And that's the film. Now, my thoughts. As previously stated, travesty that he and Mika do not kiss. I don't care. And here's my thing. This is my plea to you. This is the real reason that I'm making this video. Okay? First of all, watch the movie. It's really good. I think it's like an hour and a half. Like, it's like good, quick, fun film that stars two people of color, and I just think that that's so fun. Also, I need you guys to get on AO3. I need you guys to open a Google Doc and tippity type out, okay? I need you to do it. On AO3, there's like 20 fan fictions total for this film. When I tell you my heart was broken, that's your homework for after this movie. That's my real diabolical reason for making this, because it was such a film where you would want to go and read fan fiction after, specifically for the fact that the two main characters do not kiss at any point in this film. And hear me out, I'm not mad about that. I know it sounds like I am, but I think for the actual story of the film, I'm fine with it. It makes sense, and it still feels like a satisfying arc for the two of them, and they have really great chemistry. So watching the two of them together, they're just fun. They're well-written characters, and it is like the perfect setup for going out and writing fan fiction. Well, maybe they kiss a little bit. And you might be like, Ayana, you literally write. Why don't you just do it yourself? Sometimes you don't want to have to. And if I must roll up my sleeves and write this myself, I will. But also, I want to read other stuff too. So, please. This is a PSA. Also, I mean, like, shout out to the random edits that get made of this film. Shout out to my best friend for making a fantastic edit as well.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
We just need more stuff, guys. Like, we just need, it has such good, like, it's rife with good things, good material to use. Let's get on it. Overall, I really enjoy this movie. Like, it truly is one of those like just strange little things that you come across, film, no sequel, that is just a fun watch. And I have to say, I really do miss movies that are just a fun watch. Hollywood has not recovered from, hey, a lot of blows, if we're all being honest. The writer strike, COVID, and whatnot. You know, writer strikes even past 2023, 2024. It shows, I think, in the kind of films that get made. One of the things that I think about a lot as I think about videos that I want to make for this channel are just how many movies used to come out, like, at a time. Now, movies, there's like maybe 2 new movies in a theater at a time, and then there's just kind of the longer runs of movies that they assume are going to be like box office successes. Like, Wicked is still in theaters, guys. There's a post that doesn't really have anything to do with this, but there's a post about the number of like rom-coms, chick flicks, if you will, that came out in 2008 within, I think, the entire year. And it's an incredible list. We're lucky if we get 2 rom-coms in an entire year. And the fact that like every month there were like 2 or 3 coming out at a time, it's just so incredible to me. So I am as interested in films just as their own medium, but also film as a certain history, a certain marker of times of our lives. That's a soap opera. But you know what I mean. It shows where we are as like a society by the number of films that come out, the kind of films that are coming out, who's starring in these films, are they diverse, like what stories are they telling, etc, etc, etc. Are there just like shitty, mediocre, like 3-star films in theaters that are just fun to watch? Mediocrity and allowing people of color to make mediocre films an indication of whether or not we're actually making progress as a society. Tell me I'm wrong. That was a lot of thoughts. I feel like I kind of went off on a tangent there, but hey, we live, laugh, love. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me to talk about this film. I love it. You guys know what your homework is. After this film, there hasn't been a new work. I haven't checked recently, but I can say with 97% certainty, there has not been a new work in fanfiction for this film since 2022. Hey. What the hell? Please, I'm begging you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed getting to talk about Rainism, getting to talk about Rizo as much as I did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed Mika and my Mika cosplay, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on these kind of over-stylized 2000s action films, or if there's any other ones that you can think of that feel similar to this film and its vibe. I'm happy to hear all of your thoughts. Don't forget to not do research into super secret ninja clans that might come out of the shadows and kill you, and have a great rest of your day. And to that I say, we'll see you next time. I'm gonna be a bad boy. I'm gonna be a bad boy. I'm gonna be a bad boy. Goodbye.